It didn't start as a rumor. It didn't start as a PR stunt. It didn't even start as a dramatic moment planned for cameras. It began with a breath, look, a tender spark that slipped out before the stage lights could hide it. And before the world could blink, Volo gave us one of those rare, almost sacred moments where music and real emotion blend into something unforgettable. You know those concerts where the air feels heavier, like emotion has weight? That's what it felt like that night. The theater was humming even before Volo appeared. The crowd wasn't just excited. They were vibrating with love. Some had waited months. Some traveled cities or even crossed borders. Some held gifts, handwritten letters, roses wrapped in silk. People came not just to hear songs but to feel something beautiful. Lights dimmed. Silence stretched. That special kind of silence that only exists when thousands of hearts are waiting to be touched at the same time. Then footsteps. The stage glowed gold. And Volo stepped out like poetry walking into the world. Piero adjusting his jacket with that calm confidence that steadies a room. Ignazio flashing that playful warmth, reminding everyone that joy belongs here too. Gianluca looking down for a breath, then up at the audience with soft intensity, like his heart was already inside the lyrics he hadn't sung yet. And the crowd. They didn't scream wildly. It was softer than that, almost reverent, like witnessing something meaningful instead of just entertaining. They knew they weren't just attending a show. They were entering a love story told through voices that have always seemed too emotional, too honest, too magical to be ordinary. Then the music began. Violins breathing, piano flowing like water. That first note from Volo, steady, warm, rich, filling the room like candlelight. Their voices blended, rose, softened, soared again. But suddenly, in the middle of this ocean of harmony, something shifted. A glance, soft smile, a whisper. And the world stopped breathing just for a second. You felt it, right? That invisible static in the air, like someone just opened the door to a secret. Because this wasn't a staged smile. This wasn't a rehearsed moment. It was too gentle, too real. Volo sings about love, but in that second they felt love. And they didn't hide it. A subtle turn toward the wings, eyes glowing like they recognized someone standing just out of sight. Then a whisper, soft, barely audible, caught not by broadcast microphones, but by a fan phone close to the stage. You almost had to lean forward to catch it. Like the moment wanted to hide but also didn't want to disappear. It didn't sound like a lyric. It sounded like a name, a secret falling into the air. And that's when everything changed. The orchestra kept playing. Fans kept listening. But online, that clip was becoming a spark torching the internet. Replay. Slow motion. Zoom in edits. Emotional captions. Millions of hearts beating with curiosity and warmth. Was this a love confession caught in real time? Fans weren't even fighting about it. No jealousy, no drama. Just love. Pure, sweet support. Comments blooming like roses in spring. I'm crying, this is so real. If this is love, I support it forever. They deserve happiness. This is not performance. This is heart. And honestly, isn't that the kind of love moment we all crave? Not loud, not dramatic, just sincere. One of those glances where the whole world blurs and only one person exists. Imagine being that person. Standing quietly backstage or somewhere in those shadows, thinking you're unseen. And then one of the most beautiful voices in the world looks at you like the song belongs to you. Like every lyric was carved from their heart just for you. Would your hands shake? Would your breath stop? Would you whisper back in silence? Because that's what it felt like. A silent conversation between hearts while thousands watched without even knowing. Let's slow down here for a moment. Close your eyes for just 3 seconds. Imagine the warmth of stage lights. Imagine the sound of applause echoing like waves. Then picture one person looking at you like love is breathing through their voice. Did you feel that little flutter? That tiny ache of sweetness? That's the Volo effect. That's why fans adore them differently. They don't just sing romance, they embody it. But this night, something extra lived in their performance. Even Ignazio, usually the joyful spark, had moments of softness, glancing between the audience and toward that backstage glow as if he, too, felt the emotional ripple. Piero, the balanced soul, occasionally looked toward his brothers with that protective, proud look, like a friend who knows a secret and is happy about it, quietly, deeply. That look a brother gives when he sees love blooming and knows it's genuine. And Gianluca, well, his eyes spoke in poetry long before the internet slowed down the footage. His voice shook just slightly on one lyric. Not enough to break the song, but enough to betray real feeling, real vulnerability. That's what makes this moment powerful. This wasn't celebrity spectacle. It was humanity, a romantic confession, quiet, accidental, sacred, that the universe let millions witness. Fans didn't just watch, they joined. They didn't gossip, they celebrated. They didn't invade privacy, they protected the magic. Even edits were gentle. Soft filters, pastel effects, captions about real love still existing in a noisy world. Songs about destiny, tenderness, loyalty layered over the clip. TikToks where people simply whispered, "I want someone to look at me like this one day." And maybe you want that too. Maybe deep down, even as you watch this video right now, there's a small part of your heart remembering someone. Or wishing someone would sing to you without words the way Volo did in that one stolen moment. But here's the most beautiful part. Volo didn't rush to explain anything. They didn't laugh it off, didn't deny, didn't tease the moment for PR benefit. They held it close, protected it quietly. Sometimes silence is the loudest love language. And when the clip reached them, because of course it did, they smiled. That gentle, knowing smile that says, love is real, but not everything must be spoken to be true. Now imagine the backstage energy after the concert. Soft laughter, fun teasing. Maybe one of them placing a hand on the other's shoulder, saying quietly, "That moment, I saw it," and no need to say more. The kind of friendship where you don't need words to understand a heart. Picture roses waiting in a dressing room. A sweater draped over a chair. A shy smile from the doorway. Music still humming in the walls like the building itself was holding the secret. Picture a simple sentence whispered backstage. "You sang like you meant every word." And a quiet reply. "I did. Because isn't real love always like that?" True. Felt, not flaunted. Fans didn't want to ruin the mystery. They wanted to protect it. They wanted this moment to live forever. Untouched, unsplashed, sacred. That's why this clip didn't die in 48 hours like fleeting internet trends. Grew, spread, became part of Volo's living story. The chapter fans weren't expecting but welcomed like sunlight breaking through clouds. And here you are listening, feeling, wondering, who was that moment for? Was it a long-time love? A secret connection? Someone new? Someone from the past returning in the right moment? Or someone who has always existed quietly in their world, finally stepping into view through one look? Maybe we will know one day. Maybe we won't. Maybe Volo will one day share the story in a gentle interview. Or maybe they will keep it tucked safely into their hearts where music is born. But right now, here with me, feel this truth. You don't need a name to believe in love. You don't need confirmation to understand emotion when you feel it in your bones. And sometimes the most beautiful stories are the ones whispered, not shouted. Now I want you to do something. Think of a moment someone looked at you with softness, even if it was long ago, even if it didn't last. Can you feel it again? That warmth, that reminder that your heart can be seen, not just heard. Because that's why this moment struck the world so deeply. It reminded us that love doesn't need permission to happen. It just arrives, quietly, suddenly, beautifully. And Volo, whether they meant to share it or not, gifted us all a reminder. Love still exists. In glances, in whispers, in music, and sometimes in accidents that become miracles. So tell me, did you see it too? Did you feel that heartbeat wrapped in song? Do you believe Volo were singing to one special person that night? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Tap like if your heart fluttered at least once during this story. Subscribe for more emotional journeys with artists who remind us that passion still lives in this world. And if this moment touched you, if it felt like a warm candle in a cold world, consider hitting that super thanks. Your support keeps love stories like this alive here. Because tonight wasn't just about a concert. It wasn't about applause or perfection. It was about one quiet second where the world paused, music breathed, and love showed its face in a whisper everyone somehow heard. Volo didn't simply sing. They loved. In front of us by accident beautifully. And every single one of us felt it.